this is what we had discussed, we had talked about the principle of I agree. We had talked about building rapport, and we had talked about F3 formula, and we also talked a little bit about listening skills. Okay, so now we will go beyond that. We had we had studied why listening skills are so difficult. We had spoken about that, and then when we came to convincing, we said, okay, we will continue in the next session. So, how to convince people? Okay, so it's very, very natural, for people to be skeptical whenever you say something, especially when they think that you have, your own irons in the fire. आपके फायदे के लिए कुछ है, तो they will always think that, hey, you'll always say good things about yourself, about your company, about whatever. Okay, so that's why when you go to any website, you read, oh, we are this, we are that, we are the best. You always take it with a pinch of salt, because yeah, I mean, if I'm going to say something about me, I'm going to say only good, right? So it's very skeptical, when you try to say something about yourself. Remember one thing, okay, when it comes to convincing or anything for that matter, you can promote anybody and anything in the world except yourself. You cannot promote yourself, okay, and that's the hard fact of life. You cannot promote yourself. So how do we do this? Okay, we can remove a lot of this skepticism from the people's mind, from our audience mind, if we can say whatever we want to say, okay, by making those statements to somebody else. Okay? Now, instead of me saying, how good a trainer I am or how good a consultant I am, if somebody else were to come and tell you, okay, that hey, Vinay is a good trainer, he's a good consultant, then you are more likely to believe, because apparently this person doesn't have any vested interest in promoting me. When there is no apparent vested interest in promoting something or someone else, then the other person takes it as a fact. Okay, a lot of the things that we are seeing today in WhatsApp uses this principle. They talk so convincingly because hey, it doesn't look like there's any benefit for that person telling you something. Okay, so whenever you want to convince people, make sure that it comes as if it's come from somebody else's mouth. Okay. Now, many times, you can actually say from your mouth, using your own mouth, what others are saying. So instead of me saying that, hey, I'm a great trainer, I'm a great consultant, if I say, hey, you know what, do you know what this customer had to say about me after my training program? So it's still me saying, okay, but I'm using somebody. Now that has to be genuine, and if required, it has to be proven by making a call to that customer, and getting referrals, or having testimonies, written testimonies, either on your website or written down testimonies. In nowadays, we used to actually get testimonials printed, signed by the customers, show it to our prospects. So these are so I'm only showing it, I'm only saying it, but it is to a third party. That third party makes a big impact. Okay, so that there it is. It's always use a third party reference for any such situations. If you pick up any book, even if many of you have that book now, The Magic of Thinking Big. Okay, if you open the last page, you will see a lot of references. We don't know who these people are, but when we read those references or testimonials, we kind of tend, oh, okay, I'm looking forward to reading this book. If this person found this book so useful, let me see what it can do for me. And that's how we end up, sometimes buying books, buying movies. When we go to movies, we hear a lot of references. Even when you download an app, okay, you look at references. You look at how many people have given 4 and 5 rating, and how many people have got. If the rating is less than 3, we typically don't install that app. We look for app which is 4 and above. So all this is coming now. If the app maker himself says, "Hey, I have developed a great app. You should use it," we'll say, "Okay, tu to bolega hi." But when other people, we don't even know these people, but that's how convincing happens.